All right, folks, welcome back. Continuing our conversation with Peter Brookes, former CIA officer, senior fellow of national security affairs at the Heritage Foundation. In the last segment, we talked about the latest involving the downing of the Malaysian airline, and now, of course, the incursion by Israel into the Gaza Strip. And Peter, thanks for sticking around. Your take on this, Israel claiming, and rightfully so, that Hamas has attacked them through the air, through the sea, and has not agreed to one ceasefire, broke another ceasefire today, and the time had come.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame it's come to this, but I think Israel's got to do what it needs to do to maintain its national security. I'll be interested to see, Steve, and I don't know what you're hearing about, what their objective is here. Obviously, when these situations in the past, and we've seen far too many of them.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter. We're just having a little trouble hearing you with the phone quality, but go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, because you're going to tape. You're taping?
No, we're not taping, but we're having a little trouble hearing you.
Okay.
That's much better. That's much better. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, it's unfortunately this is happened. In the past we've had these situations, and historically it seems to me when Israel has to undertake a ground offensive, that they end up being in there for a long time. So that would be certainly unfortunate. So I'm wondering if there's more limited objectives this time. I don't know what you're hearing, Steve, in terms of maybe dealing with the tunnels. Because of the most recent situation where it looked like there was going to be a plot involving tunnels coming out of the Gaza Strip, perhaps to kidnap the soldiers.
Yeah, no, Peter, that's exactly right. They said they foiled an attempt of a plot to attack Israel through one of the tunnels, and maybe that was the straw that broke the back. Hamas has shown no interest in toning it down, so I guess doing the two segments. I look forward to speaking to you again, sir. Thank you. Peter Brookes, ladies and gentlemen, at the Heritage Foundation. So that is what's going on, and Israel wants to make sure that everybody knows that this is an incursion, not an invasion. I don't know who was calling it an invasion. But that's one of the things that one of the spokespeople has recently said, and the Prime Minister saying that he's instructed the military to begin the ground offensive. You got to look at it this way, that Hamas has been just defiant, rejecting a ceasefire. And then today, at the behest of the UN, Israel observing a 5-hour ceasefire for humanitarian purposes earlier today. And Hamas broke that after 2 or 3 hours, firing 10 rockets from the Gaza Strip into Israel. So, it looks like Hamas wanted this, certainly, was given ample opportunity to avoid this over the course of the 10 days where Israel struck from the air. We'll be back with the executive director of the Republican Jewish Coalition, Matthew Brookes, when we come back with the Steve Malzberg Show. But first, we're going to bring you this hour's American Moment, and we're going to take a look at the lives and accomplishments of the Wright brothers. Don't go away.
December 17th, 1903 was a calm day at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, when two brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, readied their aircraft for a demonstration that would change history forever. Their initial flight only lasted for 120 feet, but it was enough to eventually pave a pathway to the stars. Although the brothers were not the first to build and fly experimental aircraft, they were the first ones to invent the mechanical controls that made fixed-wing, powered flight possible. But that proved both a blessing and a curse to an industry in its infancy. The Wright brothers' practice of demanding excessive fees for use of their patents and their litigious nature had an immediate and negative effect on the growth, safety, and improvement of the new industry of aviation. In 1917, Congress, recognizing air power would play a vital role in the upcoming war, passed legislation which, in effect, reduced the Wright brothers' royalty of $1,000 per plane to $200. The reduced fees sparked an explosion of growth and innovation in the new industry. Although initially outraged, the Wright family quickly realized the lower fees made it possible for more airplane manufacturers to enter the field, With more manufacturers came more planes, and with more planes came more royalties. Soon after, their royalties had exceeded $2 million in an age before income tax. Soon, America was leading the air revolution. In 1927, young aviator Charles Lindbergh departed New York's Roosevelt Field for a 3,600-mile, 33-and-a-half-hour transatlantic journey to Le Bourget Field in Paris, France. The dream of the Wright brothers had become a reality, and America had led the way thanks to Orville and Wilbur Wright. For Newsmax TV, I'm Bill Curtis, and this is an American Moment.